I'll be with you.
Ow. Ow.
G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with Mags, and we have just had our training montage. I spent the first part of the day, because I can't go on patrol with Nightingale until after midday, essentially just training the whole time for about 5 to 6 hours in-game. So fingers crossed, Henry will be a little bit better with a sword now. So, having completed our training and it now being past midday, it's time to go down and meet up with Nightingale. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I think this is our bloke. Yep, Nightingale.
I see you're kitted out.
Ready to get going.
Well, kinda.
I'm Nightingale. Aren't you that lad the mill wench brought here on a cart?
Yes, that
Teresa.
is me. And I got speech
Yes,
for that.
She
Awesome.
rescued me. She turned up with Captain Robot and his knights.
All honor to the girl. She has bigger balls than most men. Tell me, how did you pay her back?
Well, I thanked her.
I haven't
That's
gotten to
not
that
much, is
yet.
it? You should go and see her when you get a chance. So, how did you end up in the service
And we
of the
get a
bailiff?
courting quest. Well, I want to serve
I wanted to enter
TridentZ.
the service of TridentZ, but he sent me here to learn.
And learn you will. You're lucky, lad. TridentZ must like you. Most lords would have just sent you on your way.
Come with me, Henry. We'll patrol the town and then check on the taverns to make sure they lock up in the evening.
I'm ready.
Don't forget, I'm supposed to try you out and, with the help of God, teach you something. So I expect you to deal with any misconduct yourself. I'll make sure you don't do anything too stupid. Let's go.
Okay. So, I said in the first
This is
video
our
that I would
church,
let
St.
you
Matthew.
guys... Yeah, clearly that's the church. I'll let you guys know when I reached the furthest point I had achieved in the storyline. And this is it. This is as
It
far
serves
as I
not
ever
only
got
as
in.
the house of God, but as the crypt of the lords of Lipa, our masters. The gravedigger lives right round the corner. The priest, too. Our parish priest. Ah, a man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord.
He's a cockhead. You can speak ill about servants of
This
the
is
Lord. I'm
our
perfectly
Rattay.
fine with it.
Pretty big, eh? The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro proto-notarius, the scribe.
Yeah, I've kind of already met the bailiff. That's how I got on this
See the
quest.
inside, not even as a guard. Naturally, we have an executioner too, but he doesn't live in town. That wouldn't be proper, as I'm sure you know. He
Yeah,
lives
I've
by Gallows
kind of
Hill, the other
met
side
him
of the
as
creek.
well.
This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it. The swordsmith lives here.
Okay, that's good to know in the future. Although I sort of already knew it was there. Like everything else, he's a bit bloody expensive.
What the hell is going on here now? Go and check it out, Henry.
If you won't go to the church, go back to your people. I don't want you here. Is that manure pile not big enough?
What are you two screeching about? Stop making such a ruckus.
About time you turned up. This filthy beggar thinks.
My name is Jane.
No one cares what your name is. This filthy beggar thinks she can come and stink in front of my shop. I want you to get rid of her.
Okay, so we're going to sort out a disagreement. We've got a few different options in the line of questioning, but I think we'll start off. How is she bothering him?
What's the problem here?
This is my shop, and I won't have beggars sitting on my doorstep. Let her go and squat in the square. She won't be in anyone's way there, and there's plenty of folk to beg from.
Oh, so you're just a prick. Okay, fair enough. Do you have the right to beg here? Do you call yourself a good Christian? Drive the beggar away? I'm not going to do that. Yeah, do you have the right to beg
Must you
here?
sit here, of all places?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Folk drive me away wherever I sit. I can't keep walking all day and night.
Well, that's kind of fair enough. Yeah, do you call yourself a good
Can't you
Christian?
show us some Christian charity, Armourer?
What? Have you any idea how much I've given away in alms, even to this witch only yesterday?
Ooh, calling somebody
Is
a
that
witch
true?
in this time frame isn't a
Might
smart
be.
move.
Might not.
Did you get any arms or not?
Yes.
From the Armourer here?
I don't know. And even if I did, that was yesterday, and my belly's empty again today.
That's true.
Alright, so he's an arsehole,
What
you're a
would you
bitch.
know about it?
Okay, now we want to try and do this as neutrally as we can. So if we both
We're
contribute...
both good Christians, aren't we? We should each give something to the poor soul.
And what then?
Then Jane will be on her way. Immediately.
King Solomon now, are you, lad? Fine. Fine, have it your way.
That works.
God bless you, and you too, citizen. I won't be a nuisance no more, really. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
highly doubt that.
Jesus, you're as bad as each other.
Alright, so that solved that situation. If I have to do this too often, I won't be able to keep it up. I don't have enough silver for that, but it gets past this first part of the patrol. Alright, now
Your
this
old
is...
neighbours are living here now. It's a bit of a shithole. Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon.
Yeah, I've met Sir Hans.
Hans's
You really
father,
don't want
old
that.
Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some
you
such.
wouldn't be able to
the
tell.
time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often end in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here.
And that sounds like foreshadowing, and not even subtle foreshadowing at that. Anyways, I'm getting the opinion that the patrol is also meant to be a tour of the city, so you can work out where everything is. The problem with that is I've sort of already toured the city. I know where everything is. I may have explored a little bit too far in relation to what this patrol is all about.
This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
Yeah, I was sort of noticing it seems rather bare through here. I'm pretty sure the first day I came through there was a lot of extra stalls in here. So I must have arrived on a market day. I wonder what the scheduling for that is.
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too
I'll
happy
make a
about.
note of that.
I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day.
Oh, I'm willing to try and get her out of there at some point in the future.
Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Aren't I supposed to be the one doing all the work on this patrol?
Comfortable, are we?
Arms, please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Well, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church.
There's one alehouse here on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to going to the tavern. I just sort of want to point out, Jane wasn't at the church, and you didn't say shit.
Let's
Anyways,
move along to the inner bailey.
okay. Now the blacksmith's up here, and that's the hunters. I've actually got to go speak to the hunter and start getting some practice in so I can start working on my bow. I really am not fond of the bow mechanics in this game, and they don't get decent until you've put in at
Here's the
least a
forge. The blacksmith
reasonable
has
amount of
some
practice
trouble,
time.
And he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
Touchy subject.
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Galax.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel.
Alright, and this is the tavern, I think. And apparently we're not stopping. Alright, fair enough.
The Rattay fiefdom
Close
is
this
pretty
up.
big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'll take
This
you a
sounds
year
like
to make head or
politics to
tail of
me.
it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad.
Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
Yes, I have trouble buying that, because for that tower to be extended, every wall in this entire fortress would need to be extended. And none of it looks like it has been. All the colours on the walls are uniform all the way up. Alright, some more stables around the back here. I have to work out how to get a horse too. I want to start exploring around as soon as I get the opportunity to, and doing it on foot is going to be slow, because this is a reasonably large map.
How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good.
You all know what happened there?
Where's Moimir anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now where might he have got to then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
Okay, so I get to do something awesome. Oh no, this is the tavern. Okay.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and go and guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out!
Wasn't I supposed to be the one doing that?
Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have a drink.
I could do with a bite to eat.
There he goes, hungry, hungry Henry.
That fool got me all worked up.
Me too, I
Me
guess.
as well. The lazy bastard.
My words exactly. And just when we need every pair of eyes. You never know when the humans might creep up on us. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Okay.
Why not?
Your fame
Oh.
precedes you, but you won't get the better of me.
Alright, so I have not played this at all. 6, 2. We can hold.
Here. How about a bit of grub?
Yeah, I don't know the rules. So, what are the rules? If you want to try your hand at gambling, it's possible to play the dice game in every respectable tavern. The goal of this two-player game is to be the first to reach a certain number of points, so... Okay. Points are gained. A 1 is worth 100 points. A 5 is worth 50 points. 3 of a kind is worth 100 points multiplied by the given number, so... 3 4s is 400 points. 3 1s is 1,000 points. And this goes out to 4s and 5s and 6s. Okay, so fair enough. So what I actually want to do is keep the 5 and the 2 1s. Alright, we got another 5. And bust.
Here.
He's got a dark dice.
We'll see. That'll do me.
Why haven't I got any points? What do we got? 6661. Ah, I should have saved the 3 6s.
This'll be the one. That's it.
I'm sort of trying to
Now
work
on
this
for the
out by
chop.
watching. He goes bust. He says 1700 points. I've got nil.
Here. Now that's more like it.
A 3 and a 3 and a 3. And we went bust. I think I get it now. I'm supposed to hold the die and keep the score, and each time I roll, because I'm running with lesser dice, I'm having a higher chance of potentially going bust. If you go bust without saving your score, you'll lose all the points. So I'm triple 2s and a 5.
Just what I wanted.
2 1 and he won. Alright, so we lost the round. A little cinematic. Lost the round, but I think I understand how the game's played now. So the next time I'll
Just one more thing and we're
try a
done for
better
the
hand
night.
at that.
Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Rattay we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the market square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
I think I already had one, but that's okay. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So, torch is lit. None of these guys have torches, but I assume it's because they're inside of the tavern that it's fine. So, we've got to go down to the rat house, which is the courthouse, as I understand it, is the best description of what the rat house is.
I wouldn't say that.
Now you want to stick your head out the door now and again, you old
And I think I've actually seen the bell, it's out the front.
Then roasting up. Then the wind would blow you off your feet.
I love the fact that the citizens of the towns actually have conversations with one another, and you can sort of listen in and eavesdrop on them, and some of the information that they give will let you know where certain people are going to be or where certain things are, so you can take advantage of that. I also absolutely love the lighting effects in this. As much as you can't see a whole lot, which, you know, you shouldn't be able to, and I'm sure it's going to be somewhat worse on YouTube because it always is. But at the same time, it's so goddamn beautiful.
I'm glad you worry about me. It shows you care. Why don't I come and see you tonight, and you can show me how much you feared for me?
Ooh, you sly bastard.
Not tonight. My cousin is visiting.
Oh, he was in, but cock-blocked by the cousin.
Make sure you have some pies.
Oh, and make sure there's food to feed me afterwards. Nice. Okay, so, ring the bell 3 times? No, apparently we only have to ring it once to complete the quest, and that's it. And now we've got to head back up to the tavern where we were playing dice before to make sure the tavern owner closes up. And that'll be the completion of this patrol. Focus on getting myself some guard's armor. Something for Rattay, I think, because the gear that I've got right now is... we appear to have a cutscene for the tavern.
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olymos was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town.
Yep, bloody Lord Silverspoon.
No, we can see that this wasn't going to end well. So, Sir Peter and I rode off to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and prelates. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and prelates.
God save their
What
bacon.
a twat.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need...
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants. You're not in your
eat a
village now,
dick.
boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut ache. If I was you, I'd get lost before he shows it.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my arse. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Ooh.
Is he here? What? Is he hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. And besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
No, you're just a
Nonsense.
dick.
You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are. This yokel needs to be taught his place.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to this. Alright, I didn't actually practice any fist fighting, but I think defense... Oh, did you feel that, Your Highness?
Beat him down.
I think defense is pretty universal regardless of what weapon you're using.
That'll show him.
My stamina's kind of shit though. I really need to work on that. And there we go. Whoa. That's it. Now, Sir Glassjaw.
Crucifix! What in the name of Christ is happening here? Well, answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hannes, the bailiff ordered me
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor?
Yes, Dad.
You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It'll be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Oh, hunting. Well then, Your Grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Oh, naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
I'll get stuffed.
Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities to the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are the Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility.
Well, if he wasn't such a twat, that wouldn't be a problem.
Tell the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
Well, that went to shit in a hurry, and I can see absolutely no good coming of this at all. Still, that is the end of keeping the peace, so the patrol is completed. It is after dark. It's probably time I snuck off back to my bed at the miller's house. But first things first, no, not him. The innkeeper, he'll have what I'm after. I haven't got any food on me, and I'm not sure if there'll be any there, so... Right, about Rattay, does anybody here need help? No one, let's talk trade. And I haven't got a huge amount of gold, or silver rather, so a couple of bread rolls will probably be enough. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Nourishment is on 43, so yeah, 4 should be... What's going on here? Oh, of course, check basket. And I'm not going to haggle over bread, we'll just pay for it, and that should be it. Alright, so I'll quickly munch down on these, and then we'll head back down to bed, and I think we'll actually call this one here. Anyways, ladies and gents, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching. As always, remember to check the video description down below for links to all of my social media and to my Subscribe Star and Patreon if you'd like to help support the channel. And I'll have another Kingdom Come Deliverance video up as soon as possible. Until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you would like to see more, and until next time, take care.